Okay, so you can see here I've laid out all my chunks of value and color. It looks pretty rough still, so don't worry if yours looks kind of rough. We're gonna start blending these chunks of values together, and then we're gonna go in later and clean it up and add lots of the little details like the highlights and the little lines and segments and things like that. So I just want to point out though that I have everything on separate layers. So let me just undo some of these. So if I turn these off, like I have the right segments on their own layer. So, and then I have that inner skin on its own layer. And some of these, I was using my mouse, so it becomes a little tricky. So I was like, for that inner skin, I just used a really large paintbrush, just like I did with the background, and I clicked it so it was nice and smooth. And then I took my eraser tool and erased the rest of the paintbrush. So I kept going back from my eraser to my blob brush. So then I did this on a separate layer, and you can see it's not perfect because one layer covers the other. So it doesn't have to be. And then I have my left segments, my inner, my back grapefruit. I missed one there. Okay. Missed one, the left skin. There it is. Okay, and now looking at this, I feel like that back grapefruit color, like this color is way too dark. So I'm going to go back to my back grapefruit layer, and I'm just going to like resample that color and fix this color. Like I feel like that was just too dark there. Okay, so I'm going to add that color in instead. So once you have this all chunked up, then I'm going to go and go ahead and just turn off the top layers. And I'm going to start with that back grapefruit layer. So what I need to do is I need to start blending these chunks together. So that is the next step. So you're going to end up having some more blended shapes with, it'll have a lot of dimension that way. So for this, to blend things, you are going to go to the paintbrush tool and you're going to hold it down. And we're going to go down to the mixer brush. It's the last brush within the paintbrush tool. So it's still B on your keyboard. If you have to select it first though, and you can still then go back to B and grab it. So with the mixer tool up here, you're going to get some options. So this is the color right here that it's going to mix with wherever you paint. So what I can do is I can click here on this color, and I can it's got an eyedropper tool. If I go here, it's going to put this color, I'm clicking on this color, and it's going to blend that color with wherever I paint. So for instance, I can grab this color, hit OK. And then when I click and I drag, it's going to blend these two together. So you're just going to go in and start blending these. And I'm going to be looking here. Like it got a little dark on this side. So I chose a lighter color up here to blend with this so I can kind of like start to blend this away. Okay, so this color now, it's like putting this color paint on your brush and mixing it with what's on your image here. So I'm going to go back here again, and I'm going to sample this light color and hit OK. And you can see my brush is pretty large. And I'm just going to kind of start smearing things around until it's nice and smooth and blended. So I'm constantly going back here and sampling. There's only 3 colors here. So, maybe I'm just going to go right over. But you can see it starts to get this really cool kind of blended quality. And then if I do too much, I might need to go in, maybe I sample this dark color again and bring a little more of that back. It's kind of sampling the in-between color now. Go back again, sample that darker color and bring it back a little here. So you can see it starts to just blend all around. So this will start to look like a sphere when I'm done. So I'm going to start with this one, and then I'm going to go to each area and blend it just like this. So sampling, I'm on the mixer brush. It's a soft brush. You can also, with the mixer brush, you can go in and change some of the blending. Like if you want it to blend a little more, you can add a little more of the color. It'll mix in more of that color. You can change your brush wetness and things like that. But I usually just leave it on whatever the program sets, and I just go in and start moving the paint around and blending it together.